Yeah, so welcome to Foreigner in the Philippines. So finally my hair is very curly and very colorful.
So finally,
Yeah, so finally we got our car back, so thank you so much, So we got our car back, and then it really feels good. It really feels good because it's been 2 weeks and a half that we've just been walking or ride in the back of the motorcycle. And I said to Terence, I'm always scared to be in the motorcycle, especially in the very high motorcycle, so
and the very what?
very high. Very high. So here we are in the municipality because I am so pretty. We are in the municipality because we start doing the paperwork for the land. Paperwork for the land. It's a new knowledge to me, So that's another thing. If you buy a land in the Philippines, one of the person that I talked there saying that you need to make sure that all the owner are still alive. In our problem, all the owners are dead, right? So there's a representation. It was been represented. So it's another paper. So it's really
It's just more
paper,
hassle.
more paperwork.
It's more hassle. Okay, so are you going in?
Not yet. It's holiday today. So
What?
It's holiday today. I'm just waiting to the one that get the papers from Tagbilaran. Yeah, so that's it. So we got the car back. It really feels good. I'm so nice to be back. And my husband is so handsome, Pogi. Right, ka Pogi, right?
We're stretching it now, honey.
You are Pogi.
We're stretching now.
Yeah, and then it's question and answer portion. So somebody saying, is it easy to buy land in the Philippines, and is it cheap? Is it cheaper? And the answer is depending on what locations you are, and depending on if you choose to be in the if you choose to be in the side of the ocean, it's quite expensive. Side of the road, it's quite expensive. Depending on the per square meter. If you've been in the mountain, if you're in the mountain, it's quite cheaper because of course there's no way the access on the road. It's muddy.
In other words, am I on camera?
Yeah.
Even?
It's wider.
In other words, it's the same as any other place in the world. Only the prices are regulated within the pesos in this case. So it's the same.
Yeah, I remember.
It depends on the location. What is it that in America I know that the real estate people always say location, location, location. In other words, it's where it is regulates the price.
Yeah.
If you want to buy something that's 4 steps away from a white beach, it's going to be more than if you are up in the mountains, isolated even from a good road like we are.
Yeah, I remember. Terence and I 2 years ago, we tried to buy a land in the side of the ocean, right? So we tried,
Wishful thinking.
Yeah, wishful thinking. Because it's always relaxed me when I'm in the ocean. It's always relaxed me to see water, right? It's just kind of
And everybody thinks the same.
my melody on my brain are been very smooth, right?
My melody on my brain is very small.
Smooth. Like the water, it relaxes.
Smooth.
So that's another thing. So we tried to find some, we got to know somebody that always knows what are the lands for sale. So that's what we did, So we go there, and then they show us, they been bringing us some places, and there's one there is only 300 square meter, right? And that price is almost $1 million, 1.2 million, and the land is really uphill, right? So I said, we wanted something that I can see the ocean. And then they said, look, you can see the ocean there. I said, I wanted something.
We'll stand on tiptoe.
Yeah, so I said I wanted something that I can walk, right? From the property, I can walk, and then it's part of the property, right? And then he said, oh, there's a lot, all of those mangroves, you can cut it. You can ask a permit from the DNR, and then you can cut that, and then when it's high tide, the water come in. I said, what I wanted is something that the water, either it's high tide or low tide, there's water, right? And then he said, oh,
Yeah,
if you wanted
it's-
that,
honey,
it's very expensive.
Honey, it's called being next to the beach
Yeah.
or being on the beach.
I said no, so I said, oh, it's okay. We cannot afford that. And then the owner saying, oh, you can pay by 4 payments. And I said that I talked to Terence. I said no, even if it's 5 payments, I still cannot. It's not
No,
pleasure.
it wasn't worth it.
Yeah, it's not worth it. So we decided, and then we forgot it, right? So just kind of things are, in other words, that's for the moment I want it, and then later on it's different, you know. So now we're trying to process on our on the land, and that's another thing. It's about the different locations, different price. You know, if you want to be choosing here in Bohol, in Talibon, specifically Talibon, Itafe, some areas that is next to the road, you know, 1,000 per square meter, 800 per square meter, you know, and that's expensive because, you know, if you've been in the mountain like ours before, I think 5 years ago or 4 years ago, we got a land, we have a neighbors that's selling the land, and in fact they're planting now some of the coconut, and then as what Nanay said, the per hectare is 50,000 pesos. That's 4 years ago, right? 5 years ago, and now there's a lot, you know. So it's a kind that if you want, as time goes by, the price of the land is quite higher, right? In other words,
The same as any other place
Yeah.
in the world.
the car, you know, like the car is always then depreciate, right? The value of the land is appreciate. The car is depreciate. Like last, we got our the car 2 months ago. We do our service and the insurance, and then the woman said the value of your car is only 1.7 or 1.8. I said, and then the insurance is getting smaller, because I said, why is it last year the insurance is quite high? She said, because your car is depreciate, so if you want to sell it, this is the amount. I said, oh, okay, you know. But in the car, but Terence and I talk about it. When we buy a car, we just have the car, and then we could able to do. But the land, when you buy the land, it's just the start of the process, right? You got me?
In other words, what you're saying, what I would be saying is that the paperwork here in the Philippines is monumental. It's just incredible how much paperwork there is for everything. You wouldn't believe how complicated it can be. As soon as you realize that in some cases families have between 8 and maybe 15 children. Beth herself is the youngest of 10 children. So imagine that. Now everybody, all of the siblings, all of the children, even when grown up, they take, even though they don't want the land, they have a say in how it's sold, when it's sold, how much it's sold for, and you have to obtain the agreement with each one of them. Now we have Beth's siblings are everywhere. She doesn't have them everywhere. What I'm saying is that they are cast far and near, and so even to get the signature of all of those would not be easy. One in Mindanao, isn't there a sister in Mindanao?
Hello.
Is it right?
I don't know.
On Cebu, various parts of Bohol. So imagine when people are selling a piece of land, and the parent, who is the first owner, say, and say 6 or 7 or 8 children, and some of them are in Canada, some of them are in the US or the UK or Australia. All of this has to be dealt with. It's not easy, and it's a pain. Believe me. I rest my case. Yes, honey?
Okay, you're so handsome looking.
Yes, darling. You're so
Yeah,
so
but
kind.
overall, you know, it's
We
about,
must get your glasses upgraded.
yeah, my this is another thing. It started doing the Christmas now.
What?
We can take picture over there. It's Christmas overload.
Okay.
Yeah, so have a great day. Thank you so much, and God bless. Bye.